Welcome to this mat Pilates practice to feel empowered and strong. Today is a well-rounded practice with an emphasis on upper body strength, although we will be stretching, strengthening, stabilizing, and mobilizing the entire body as we pair movement with breath to offer a nourishing experience for the body, mind, and soul. Let's get started at the back of our mats in child's pose. Gift yourself a few moments to soften as you settle into this posture, as you settle into the emotional experience that's unfolding for you on the mat today. Notice whether it's easy for you to stay grounded and aware of what's happening, or perhaps your mind is a little scattered, it's wandering. Just taking an inventory of how you're feeling right now. Together, let us acknowledge this inner experience with 3 nourishing breaths. Nice gradual inhalation through the nostrils, and a slow and gradual exhalation through the mouth. Twice more, filling your lungs, your body with spacious positivity, and allowing yourself to peacefully and lovingly release all that no longer serves you. One more breath. And gently press up onto all fours into our tabletop position, stacking shoulders atop of wrists, hips atop of knees. On your next inhalation, arch your back, open your chest, gaze forwards, send your tailbone skywards. Exhale, round your spine, stretch the back of your neck, tailbone towards the earth. And again, inhale, spinal extension. Exhale, spinal flexion, and again. Notice where you feel a stretch within your body. On this next exhalation, see if you can begin to activate your pelvic floor muscles, lifting them in and up. Let's go for one final round. From here, we will meet in child's pose. Walk your hands a little further out in front. Press firmly into your palms. On your next inhalation, ripple your spine forwards, coming into your supported plank. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower your torso down. Inhale, press into your arms, lift the torso, lengthen your spine. Exhale to lower. Inhale, supported plank. Exhale, child's pose. We'll do that again. Inhale to roll forwards, half plank, engage the core muscles. Exhale to lower down, hug your arms in towards the torso. Inhale to lift up, shoulders down away from your ears. Exhale, lower down using tricep strength. Inhale, half plank. Exhale, send your hips back. Let's do that again, flowing to the rhythm of your own breath, drawing your navel towards your spine. When you lift up into your spinal extension, you can keep a soft bend in your elbows, ensuring that the arms, the back, and the core muscles are engaged. feeling the fluidity as well as the strength of each transition. Let's flow through this sequence once more. Inhale, supported plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift up, spinal extension. Exhale to lower. Inhale, we lift, neutral spine. Exhale, send the hips back, spinal flexion. Release your arms and your torso. One nourishing breath here. Inhale. And exhale. From here, press into your palms, lift up into tabletop. Let's lower onto our forearms, shoulders atop of elbows. Forearms are parallel. Send your hips back, your knees back slightly to come into our supported plank. Toes on the earth, core muscles are engaged. Inhale. On your exhalation, lift your left knee. Inhale to lower. Exhale, we straighten the right leg. Inhale, we bend, and again. We're keeping the shoulders and the pelvis stable. Each time you extend one knee, engage your abdominals, lift your navel towards your spine. We're keeping our neck aligned with the spine. Feeling the strength building around your upper body. Option to stick with this movement, or on your next exhalation, extend both knees together. Inhale to lower. Exhale, we straighten, full plank. Inhale, we bend, supported plank. And again, each time you extend your knees, engage your thighs and your glutes. Final round. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. On your next exhalation, extend your knees. Stay in your forearm plank. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath here. Feel the activation, the stability, and the strength of your entire body. Inhale. Exhale, gently lower your knees and your pelvis onto the mat. Point the toes, sphinx pose. Broaden across your heart space. Lengthen your spine. And if you like, you can begin to gently circle your head and your neck. Maybe you find full or half circles here in both directions. And gently slow down your movements. Lower the torso down, press into your palms, send your hips back, child's pose. One breath in child's pose, feeling a nice release for the back body. From the child's pose, let's work our way onto our side body, propping yourself up on one of your forearms, shoulder atop of elbow. We've got our bottom knee bent on the earth. The top leg is extended. Inhale. On your exhalation, engage your core muscles, lift your pelvis, or raise your top arm skywards. If you need to reposition that bottom leg, that bottom knee, that's okay. From here, point your toes. Inhale. On your exhalation, thread your top arm underneath your waist. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, we twist. Inhale, we straighten, and again. Exhale, flexion, rotation, we engage the core muscles. Inhale, we lengthen, we're keeping the bottom shoulder stable. The pelvis is stable, it's just the upper arm and the upper torso that is rotating. Exhale, we twist. Inhale, we lift. Feel the strength of your body. Final round. Option to stay here in a supported plank, or on your next exhalation, float your leg up. Inhale, we tap the toes down. Exhale, we lift. Inhale, we lower. 4 more rounds. Each time you lift that leg, engage your thigh and the outer seam of your hip. Let's go for 2 more rounds. You are so strong. Final round. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Well done. From here, keep your leg lifted. Engage your thigh muscles. Engage your core. Stabilize your shoulder. Inhale. And on your exhalation, lower down, lower the pelvis, lift the torso. Let's find a nice side body stretch. Palm on the earth beside your foot. Exhale, we bend. Inhale, we rise. And again. Exhale, lateral spinal flexion. Inhale to lengthen. On your next exhalation, come into your side bend. Place your palm behind your head. Inhale. Exhale, guide your elbow towards your knee. Inhale, we pivot the torso skywards, we gaze up. Exhale, we lower towards the earth. Inhale, we pivot towards the sky. And return to your classic side bend. Reach your arm overhead. Inhale. Exhale to rise up. Roll the shoulders back and down. Let's come into our supported side plank series on the other side. Set yourself up on your forearm, stabilizing your bottom leg. The shoulder girdle is stable. Inhale. Exhale, we lift the hips, we raise the arm, we point the toes, supported side plank. Inhale. Exhale, engage the core muscles, thread your arm underneath your waist. Inhale to rise. Exhale, engage the obliques, pivot the torso, flexion, rotation. Inhale to lengthen, and again. Keeping the lower body stable. Continue to press firmly into your forearm and your palm that's grounded so that we're not collapsing into our shoulder. Exhale to thread. Inhale to rise. Let's go for 1 more round. On your next exhalation, float your leg up to hip height. Inhale, we gently tap the toe on the earth. Exhale, we lift. Inhale, we lower. 4 more rounds. This is a slow and controlled movement. Keep engaging your thigh and your outer hip, drawing your navel to your spine. 2 more rounds. On your next exhalation, we keep the leg lifted, supported side plank. Feel that opposition between your limbs. Core muscles are switched on. Inhale. Exhale to release. Lower the pelvis down. Lift the torso. Let's find our mermaid stretch. Elbow is bent. Inhale. Exhale, lateral spinal flexion. Stretch your torso. Inhale to lift. And again. On your next exhalation, find your side bend. Pause here. Place your palm behind your head. Inhale. Exhale, we lower to the earth. Inhale, we pivot to the sky. And again, use the support of your obliques and your side body to facilitate these spinal rotations. Return to your side bend. Inhale. Exhale to rise up. Roll the shoulders back. Come to take a seat on your glutes. Place your feet hip-width distance apart. Palms on the earth behind your back. Inhale to prepare. On your exhalation, engage your glutes. Lift the pelvis. Come into our reverse tabletop, a static hold. Press the big toe mounds firmly into the earth. Keep lifting your hips skywards. Broaden across your heart. Engage the back body. soften any tension around your face and your jaw. Inhale and exhale. Pause for the inhalation. We lift the hips even higher. And on the exhalation, soften the pelvis down onto the mat. Join the soles of your feet together, coming into our butterfly stretch. Inhale, we lengthen the spine. Maybe you stay here or on the exhalation, we fold forwards. Feel free to turn your palms to face skywards to release any tightness around your wrists or your hands. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. Use the support of your arms to help lift the torso. Gently close off your hip joints, extend your legs out in front, or if you prefer, you can keep a bend in your knees. On your next inhalation, raise your arms, lengthen your spine. Exhale, we fold, hinging from the hips, allowing the belly and the chest to follow. Maybe you keep the head slightly elevated, or you're welcome to soften towards the earth. Notice the beautiful release for the posterior chain. Continue to allow the breath to circulate fluidly in and around your body, welcoming in spaciousness, welcoming in clarity and inner peace. When you feel ready, gently lift the torso. Come into a comfortable cross-legged position. Close your eyes. Lengthen your spine. Relax your palms in your lap. Let us take a moment to celebrate and acknowledge the strength, courage, discipline, and faith that we cultivated together on the mat today. Give yourself permission to fully receive and integrate the nourishing aspects of this practice. Take a moment to check in with your inner experience. Notice if you're feeling at all different compared to when we started practice. Meeting this observation from a space of loving awareness. Offer yourself one cleansing breath here. Inhale to welcome in positive frequencies. Exhale to let it all go. On your next inhalation, raise your arms skywards. Stretch the body, stretch the heart. Exhale, palms towards your heart center. And again, inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, we lower once more. Joining our palms at our heart as a gesture of gratitude towards our beautiful bodies and this nourishing practice. Thank you so much for your enthusiasm and your energy today. Sending you love and light. Some of you may have noticed that there was no backing music to this practice. Leave me a comment down below and let me know if you would appreciate more practices without music or if you like music.